Can you guess where I am? Not at E3. Nonetheless, I was able to watch from the comfort of my home, and I saw a lot of interesting things. But also, of course, a ton of things that got me really excited. So first up, let's talk about Bethesda. Not only because it's very clear that I like a lot of things that Bethesda puts out, but Bethesda's thing was the conference that I was, probably assumably excited about. Let's talk about how Andrew WK started off that conference and how excited and just overwhelmed with enthusiasm the audience was. So for those of you who don't know, Andrew WK is one of my favorite musicians and artists, and when I saw that Bethesda chose this individual, Andrew WK, to accompany their conference, it was almost uncanny that one of my favorite game companies and distributors of all the franchises that I've loved over the past years just so happened to pair it up with one of my favorite musicians. It spoke deep to me. So of course I was so excited to hear the announcement of another Doom because I loved that goddamn game so much. I just want more of it. I think about it at least weekly. Wolfenstein Youngbloods, holy shit, give me all of the Wolfenstein. I admit I did hesitate a little bit when they announced that it was co-op.
And because this game features BJ's twin daughters, Wolfenstein Youngblood will be a co-op experience.
Just because I feel like games in the past that have introduced co-op things into it tend to hurt themselves in different areas, but nonetheless, I trust Machine Games because I love the Wolfenstein, what they've done with the Wolfenstein franchise so much, so I'll write you a check. If you accept checks, I'll give you money is what I'm trying to tell you. But regardless of how I feel about it being co-op, when the producer of Machine Games announced it there, not only were people excited, but he just had the most wholesome reaction to people being excited about it.
Will be a co-op experience.
And need I even say or elaborate on Fallout 76? Of course I want it. I really think all I want more than anything is that glow-in-the-dark poster.
A map of the world that glows in the fucking dark.
And can we also just kind of take a moment and reminisce of how proud Todd Howard is of that poster? He looked at it as though it was like his greatest achievement. I'm sure some of you assumed that I would be going ballistic over the announcement of Elder Scrolls 6, but to be completely honest, I'm no more excited than I already was because it was inevitable that this was coming, so of course I'm excited. I would like to see it. I won't, freak out until I see it, so give me it, now. Moving on, let's talk about Sony's press conference. I also would like to take a moment and kind of reflect on Bethesda's use of Andrew WK, and then Sony has Banjo Barney and Felipe the flute player. Different senses of energy there. So I honestly think it goes without saying that Sony's press conference this year was pretty bizarre, and I think it was kind of their attempt at presenting themselves as this highbrow stature in the video game medium. Instead of having people come out and talk up their games with extreme enthusiasm, they instead kind of set this very distinct mood. I think that's a really interesting way, and I think presents them with nothing but confidence in what they're doing, the franchises they're doing it. I just don't think it made for the best pacing of the conference. Nonetheless, everything they showed looked amazing. Again, I'm no more excited for Last of Us Part 2 than I already was, so it's good to at least see gameplay. Also, this is the first time we get to see Control, which is going to be Remedy Games' new thing, and I have been a huge fan of Remedy since Max Payne, and I have no shame admitting that I really, really enjoyed Quantum Break. Take it up in the comments. Death Stranding, even though no one knows what the fuck is going on, I think looks incredible, and I probably have not been this excited for a Kojima game ever. The one thing that probably excited me the most from Ubisoft's conference was the game that Elijah Wood is working on that also has Mackin Blair, who directed I Don't Belong in This World anymore. I think that's the title, and that has me excited because I like Elijah Wood. He's unusual, and I want to see whatever that is. And then, of course, Nintendo's Nintendo Direct happened. My initial reaction was a tad underwhelming. I don't know if that means I'm just ungrateful or if I was just hoping to at least see glimpses of other things other than Smash. They did announce a ton of titles and indie games and certain things that will see new life on the Switch, which is exciting. Of course, it is a huge success for them to have something like Fortnite, and only made sense. But during that, I mean, yeah, Smash is coming. I'm excited. I need to stop it here because at the point at which I was filming this, I don't even know if I was listening to what I was saying, and I just don't feel like I'm doing it justice. There's just a few things that I didn't talk about that I clearly was anticipating and it never came. First of all, I know somewhere deep in my heart, at some office in Nintendo, they're making Pikmin for me. There's my pictures on the wall while they're making it. They're gonna be like, Kurt's gonna love it. I am sincerely shocked they didn't even say anything in any regard to Animal Crossing whatsoever. At the likelihood if that game coming out is possible as a Half-Life 3 to me at this point. So to the Animal Crossing fans out there, I sympathize with you. And then yeah, Metroid. Next year, maybe? But now that it's been a few days and I'm digested this and I'm a little bit more aware of what I'm saying than this video, I think honestly the thing I'm most excited for is Resident Evil 2. And the reason why I say that with this kind of like hesitation is because it's a remake and it's a zombie game. Like, give me something new. But at the same time, I love those damn games, and I especially like older school survival, slower paced horror games. And from what I've seen, that game is doing all the things I just miss in games, horror games especially right now. So I fucking can't wait for Resident Evil 2. Okay, that's it. Thank you for your time and attention. I'll see you guys next week. Again, I am Kurt Indovina. Bye.